each time I see something like this, then I think, I don't know if I must be embarrassed. I don't know if I must apologize. I don't know what to do when things like this happen. Because if anyone with 2 brain cells actually has read the Bible, it's not about anything except integration, okay? And the way the propaganda and the lies from the Democratic Alliance and the Solidarity Movement, which is the AfriForums and the like, have been spread, the way that thousands of white people rocked up there to march, okay? And you know what they're marching against? Equality in education. That's what they're marching against. Don't let anyone tell you anything else. They are worried about their little white kids having black kids in their schools. That is why this is such a big hot button for the Solidarity Movement. So like I say, I'm never sure what to do in situations like this. I don't know if I must apologize because I am fucking embarrassed that white people are behaving this way. And yes, there are a splatter of black people in there. But if you look carefully on the photos that the DA circulated earlier, a lot of the black people have got reflector vests on. So they're working, all right? But they're holding up boards saying, hands off our schools. But then there are boards, leave our children alone. Los ons skole uit. It is, I'm sorry, but also another thing is I don't understand. The Solidarity Movement and the Democratic Alliance are the biggest culprits when it comes to fear-mongering and spreading white victimhood in this country. However, they have got thousands of people, white people, in the streets, just showing how they disrespect the majority of people in this country and how they stand against equality. I don't know. I'm done with the rant.
Parties, but they are failing to unite, to combine their efforts and make 2 or 3 mega parties that will challenge the ANC. Because of that failure and their selfishness, that's why the ANC keeps winning. You understand? And I've stated here. Another thing is, I think it goes back to those victims. You know, you are a white Afrikaner woman. When you hear someone speaking Afrikaans, it's just a language to you.
I'm actually English, but it's fine. My husband's Afrikaans.
So
yeah, but when I hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you hear people speaking Afrikaans, you don't immediately assume hostility, right?
No.
Yes. You would even.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah.
They may not admit to you, but a lot of African people, myself in particular, whenever I hear Afrikaans, and I would tell African people that I live with, I say, guys, don't get me wrong. When I hear someone speaking to me in Afrikaans, I don't take it as friendly fire. When someone speaks Afrikaans, I think someone is being aggressive. And other African people may not admit this to you.
Okay.
Yes, because Afrikaans is a language of oppression, so it was used with negative connotations to us. So every time we hear it, and it was forced down to us. I want you to understand that. So every time we hear it, every time you hear something that has to do with Afrikaans, you read or you find Afrikaans, it draws you to want to retreat and fight back. And these are the advantages of ANC.
Okay.
You know, ANC stole the June 16th. They're stealing just about everything. They steal everything. They make it their own identity, and they remove the real heroes of that thing. And ANC become embodiment of that struggle. And this is the part that the other parties could not do because they don't have power. Let me tell you another thing. So, I'm revealing her age, guys. She's 50. I'm 45. struggle songs are what Afrikaans is to you guys. So when I hear struggle songs, it takes me to a place that you guys would not understand. Whether it's EFF, whether it's MK, whether it's ANC, when I hear, so if Msholozi is one of the best, Msholozi and Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, one of the best singers we have. Whenever they sing struggle songs, it doesn't mean anything to you because it doesn't talk to you. When he says umhlaba wethu, ne, umhlaba wethu, he's speaking about our land. It reminds people what the struggle was about. And so I tell people that, I don't understand why people hate ANC so much, because ANC has betrayed us. And you guys have gained more from ANC than we have. Come to think of it, if you look at the stats, white people are just angry of equality, the demands for equality. That's what makes them angry, the demand for equality. But being that as it may, we African people, we feel more betrayed by the ANC and our African parties, because when we started this, it was about the land, and we still don't have the land. And it's funny, there's another debate but like I said, I want this to be a conversation between you, me and you. So that is my story. With ANC, I've summed up why all these other parties are not doing well. Tell me, what is the problem with the way South Africa is politically?
Okay, so I'm kind of I said the other day is that I'm someone that will stand on a bridge and burn it if it's not working. Okay, so I can tell you, I've got a rule, okay, and I understand what people say about ANC and betrayal and all those kind of things. My rule on this is I wasn't there. I didn't have to, but I have read enough. I mean, I've read stuff. It's the Prince of ANC is someone that got expelled from the ANC, and it will come to me. And I have got a rule of, I won't judge what happened there. Yes. Who betrayed who or what exactly happened. Did betrayals happen? Yes, did. Same people smiling and talking about the betrayals that happened, they were part of those betrayals. If you just read. So I think if I had to look at our political system, there is quite a bit wrong. Okay. The way this system has accommodated, I would say, people that own resources, and it's been so gentle, and it's tiptoed around these resources. The way political parties, because it's all about me trying to get a little bit of power and one up you on this. So it's nice for me to vote against something that might be in our people's interest or in our people. Our people. I say our people, I mean everyone.
It's very difficult to explain our people.
And I know.
I still don't know what you mean when you say our people.
I do. When I mean South Africa.
Yeah. Our people.
And they one up each other and then run to Twitter and say how so-and-so didn't vote for that and so-and-so didn't vote for that. And then you go and look at the committee meetings minutes and you see, but you didn't vote for that. So, those kind of things. So for me, politicians are egotistical. I have yet to see a politician that is going to stand up there and make a difference. All right.
Yeah.
The entire system doesn't work for me, the way it's set up. But it's set up around Western principles, so this is what we've got now.
So the reason I'm asking you this question is I unpacked why we've got this political system and this political hierarchy.
Yes.
That at the top of the pyramid is the ANC, and it goes down. In fact, it's the reverse. ANC is the big chunk at the bottom of the food chain. So, according to you, what makes ANC keep having majority and the other parties not win? Besides, like, of course, the own goal scored by EFF. So EFF would be regarded as scoring their own goal, because I've said it many times here that they are the best political party in South Africa. the biggest own goal they have scored, and they continue scoring, is the open border policy that draws a lot of people away from them, because their haters are using that very same thing to draw people who are doubting them away from the EFF.
But, okay, so can I just
Yes,
answer
yes,
that
yeah,
on the open borders?
Yes, answer that. I wanted
so
to
for me-
give you examples of how I see these parties.
Okay, so when it comes to the EFF and the open borders policy, if anyone actually read, it's not like, hey, come, everyone, just come in. And it's around the consolidation of power around in Africa, which is required. I mean, if you just take a look at what's happening to Africa, or what has happened historically, and the ability of the West to actually divide Africa, well, they set the borders, to divide Africa the way it has been divided, is part of the problem. Can you imagine a consolidated Africa? And people can't understand that concept because it's not real for us. You know, so it's always been a certain way. And I don't think the goal here, if you say own goal, I think they assumed that people would actually do homework on it.
Exactly.
What is meant, so that is the problem.
Exactly.
If you don't from the beginning, and that's probably why I'll never be in politics, most likely, is because if you don't from the beginning start recognizing, okay, so what will my naysayers and my haters do right from, and you campaign directly from the beginning on those things, so that you educate people on those, because you're sitting in meeting rooms coming up with these ideas and then expecting that other